Many people that you know, including yourself, might agree that eating maggots regularly is strange, unusual, and even a bit gross. However, Americans are the largest producer of cheese, which is actually just fermented moldy milk. Even more strange, Americans tend to consume fermented milk curds that come specifically from cows. These odd cuisines are integral parts of people's everyday lives. Now let us change perspectives to other forms of culturally constructed behaviors seen in various places around the world, past and present.
Skin whitening is an extremely common cosmetic practice in Asian countries. Just as you would see countless cosmetic advertisements in America, there are just as many, if not more, skin whitening facial product advertisements on Asian billboards, magazines, TVs, and other media outlets. In India, 60% of all beauty products sold are skin lightening agents. This obsession with lightened complexions can be partially justified by Asia's historical and long-standing belief that white skin is inherently good. In many Asian cultures, darker skin was historically attributed to lower socioeconomic status, as one's skin revealed a person's lifestyle of working outside, such as a farmer. These beliefs about darker-skinned people still hold today, as strangers in China thought I was a quote-unquote Filipino servant to my uncle. In addition to being a hegemonic beauty identifier, skin tone impacts both marriage marketability and the opportunity of employment in many Asian societies. Asian women spend exorbitant amounts of money to buy high-end bleaching products, many of which are not FDA approved and potentially contain dangerous levels of harmful chemicals such as hydroquinone, mercury iodide, corticosteroids, and more.
Scarification is another cultural phenomenon that seeks to attain an ideal body image. This practice was documented amongst the Tiv, a culture from Nigeria. The Tiv believe that one must make themselves attractive by having distinguishing marks and features on their bodies. One example is cutting designs into a person's body, similar to tattoos in a way. These scars typically cover the face, stomach or chest, back, legs, and arms. Some areas are reserved for either men or women, but both receive the scars. Some people even chip their teeth, but this was less common. When asked if the scarring was painful, the Tiv responded this way: Of course it is painful. What girl would look at a man if his scars had not caused him pain? Scarification, one of the finest of decorations, is paid for in pain. The pain is the proof positive that decoration is an unselfish act, and that it is done to give pleasure to others as well as oneself.
Corsetry has long been established and practiced in societies around the world. Though more known for their popularity in England's Victorian era, the use of corsets has been documented in ancient civilizations around the world to present-day America. In ancient civilizations, the corset was worn for more practical uses, such as carrying knives safely when hunting. However, in the 19th and 20th centuries in America, the corset was constructed as an instrument of cultural hegemony. Despite proof of the ramifications of corset wearing on women's health, women still bought into the corset industry, displaying their socioeconomic status. Racial degeneracy seemed to play a heavy role in distinguishing who wore a corset, since white, upper-class women had the privilege to wear such things over others. In regards to the ramifications of women's individual wear of corsets, women were, and still are, mind you, deduced into a select few body types, which promoted sales of corsets because women could then identify with the exact corset that would fit her body type. This led to intensification of the attention on body faults and imperfections. The perfect figure could only be attained by the use of a corset, which in theory still applies today through more flexible foundation garments and other extensive practices of conforming to particular notions of beauty. Some food for thought. How can we stop the perpetuation of the ideal body myth?
Given the normality of these culturally constructed behaviors, one could say with confidence that the universally quote-unquote normal body image does not exist. Body image ideals, which are usually based on more than just beauty, such as class and status, are regionally and culturally specific. Although these behaviors may seem shocking to us Americans, one must shift the center to realize that our body image-oriented behaviors are no more strange than others that exist around the world, past and present.
Thank you.